Welcome back to Pokemon Violet. Today we are carrying on Nuzlocke, and of course last time we went to get Kami. We revenged ourselves from the previous attempt of this, and ultimately we are still going around here. Well, you do need to go to Loyalty Plaza. The idea is that we're probably going to spend more time looking at some of the areas we can get to, seeing what the levels are, so that we can maybe see if we can actually even deal with them, or even have an easier time catching based on the gym badges we do have. And then if not really go too well, then we can make ourselves more stronger through utilising tower dens in the places we can. And we can also switch the maps now. So if we can reach places, that'd be useful. So Loyalty Plaza, we will see if there's even any Pokemon there. That's the thing on that one. Weatherless Road. Have we actually gone to Weatherless Road in terms of an encounter yet? Or did we look around and went, maybe there? Nope, we haven't. Okay, cool. Which means we could get this Terra Fairy thing. That's a way to deal with dragons. No matter what it is. Well, no. If it's a really weak Pokemon, then obviously... But, oh yeah, Juck is now here. We haven't actually fully done much. He's just here. I didn't realise it was at this exact point he triggers. So I will need to add a new location to this, and it will be the Sinnoh egg. So it will be one of... Juck here happens to have shown up here, and you know, they're sensible enough. He wants to research Kitakami stuff, and we happen to have a small picnic, which is kind of lovely. Good on Juck. Juck is one of those homeroom teachers that are actually legitimately quite nice to have. That they are supportive. And also he has a Gulpin. And I like that. I do quite like Swalot. So, you know, a Gulpin. Yeah. There's also a friendly reminder that if you happen to be having a picnic and your Pokemon are in the same egg group as one another, and one is male and one is female, an egg could occur. Well, obviously, this egg is brought to us by Juck from prepared before this picnic, because he's being a cheeky bugger. Because obviously he's got Gulpin, and we don't have any Pokemon that could become a Sinnoh starter. So all in all, Juck, you cheeky bugger, is all we'll say on that. So we'll plop the egg into our pie for a bit, hatch it, and you know, wishful thinking, I don't want Turtwig. I kind of want something like Chimchar, or even Piplup. Piplup wouldn't be a bad shout. Out of the three, I would prefer Chimchar or Piplup. That's my approach to this time round. And it's not because I don't like Turtwig. I love Turtwig. Turtwig is my favourite of the three. But I'm trying to think more overall wise. So while that's going on, oh look, it's a Rooper and a fairy thing. Don't really have anything that can really deal with fairy. Like obviously, for a Gato can take on the water maneuvers that a Rooper has, but that's about it really. So, ooh, Grass Knot, not a bad move. It's more powerful if the Pokemon I'm taking on happens to be of the nature of being heavy. I do love that. The Heracross is so much easier to find in Gen 9. You just come to Kitakami, level 13 one, right there. Gen 2, you have to head for very, very specific trees. And even then, the sites that tell you what trees should be the right trees don't always be as accurate as you think, or you're just getting really, really unlucky. But Heracross is not a bad Pokemon actually. In Gen 2, I have to say. Johto wise, quite lovely actually. Oh yeah, there's the Vulpix that has the terror thingy. Oh. But yeah, Weatherless Road. It goes from around, once we walk out of Moss Sweet Town, all the way, oh that's useless I am, all the way up to, where does it end? Where does it officially end? Oh yeah, we need to add the egg to our thing. So for a brief moment, we'll be saying ta-ta to Shellos being in the team. We just need a Pokemon to just not be there. That's all for the moment. If we head up here, we can even find Swinub if we really want a ground ice type. Yeah, a ground type again. Should cease when we're nearer to here, but yep, there we go. Kikarmi Hall is here, but there's not really Pokemon. So, and we see the picnic table up here. This person apparently makes chairs. Good on them. They have a Geodude. This person makes chairs in their free time, but don't know what to do. Ah, we can show them tablecloths. We've helped out a person make more chairs. Huzzah! Good on us. So we now have some handmade chairs. If we happen to get any additional tablecloths, then we can always talk to that person again. So there's all the various Pokemon around here. There's also the Terraden here with a Geodude with Terra Electric. Huh. You know what, that's actually not the worst idea. Just out of... we're not getting... the Alolan Geodude until you can get into the Blueberry, which, yeah, I'm not... under Nuzlocke rules, I don't think a loss to Lacey would actually, count as me keeping the Nuzlocke going, because not only would the Pokemon that I happen to have as Sacrificial Lambs be dead, but even though it's a battle you can lose, I think that's against the spirit of the challenge. Many people will say it doesn't matter for something like, say, Gary in the first gen, in Kanto, in the first battle, because, well, yeah, RNG can always be against you, and at the end of the day, oh no, it's the first battle of the game. Are you going to reset on the first battle? Oh, Energy Ball. That is really useful if we had a more specially offensive grass type. Sadly for us, our grass type is more physical, so... not really as useful as it could be. So, yeah, Weatherless Road, not a bad amount of area for us to run around in. Sadly for us, there's not really many that are actually all that useful, in my opinion. Maybe Heracross? Weak to fire, but that's not the worst thing ever. 4 times weak to flying, so any flying coverage on a Pokemon auto murders them, but I wouldn't say it's the worst option ever. Sentret is underpowered, Apom's underpowered, but I mean Ampipom's not too bad, just need to get double hit. Cricketots we want to avoid like the plague, for obvious reasons. You fleas, Grovet. I know what you do. So, could go Apom, could go Heracross, could go for Mantis, go Grass type. I really have, I mean, Heracross would be useful for the Dark, Team Starbase, just automatically. Oh. Oh! I thought I was evading it, fuck. Okay, well, okay, Heracross it is then. Heracross! We just need to fight it now. I only have normal type maneuvers, but that's fine, normal will be fine. Oh, it does that now. I mean, at least we get speed boost. And also a billion frames lost every fucking fight. Because that's arm thrust, we should probably switch. Not to something that would die to its typings. So, yeah. Fido, obviously. Live Fury Attack. And of course, there's not need both Fury Attack and Arm Thrust game, I must admit. Though then again, Gen 2, its best bug move, Mega Horn. Really get it. Outside of Metronome plays. Does take a while for you to get into the 50s, so you know you tend to find them at like level 15-ish. Oh goody, it's using Endure, that means I can't kill it, which is good. So in the event of a critical hit, we won't murder it just yet then. Wow. Right, time to fight. Oh, we have an Ultra Ball. I forget when we pick up random Ultra Balls. I'll find, don't I? Ooh, so close. Using Leer. It should be fine. Also, I noticed it's another female Pokemon. If we find a male Pokemon that has Attract, making all my Pokemon fall in love, I'm going to start slapping. Maybe I should use Convert one more time? Because it is... Oh no. It critted on the Arm Thrust. Thank God it's not Gen 1. Because that would be painful. But I might also now have to heal. Because these multi-hit moves, I tell you. I think, for safety reasons, we'll heal. Let's use the Ultra Ball. Give ourselves bad odds. It's a low level health course, but a little thing. Oh, okay, I may have to switch here. How many down are we? Do I have any X defense by any chance? I don't have everything else but defend. Huh. Right, let's swap over to poor months then. Let's try and just mitigate a little bit. Right, okay, let's go back to using Great Balls. So this is why you prepare more. It's always free. It's always fucking free, and then it just goes, nope, breaking out. This is just taking a lot longer because it's using bloody Fury Attack and Arm Thrust. It's always either immediate or not. I have... Now, if I had a Pokemon that could put Pokemon to sleep, maybe we should go hunting for Toadscrew. I say that knowing that most of the might means we take damage guaranteed on this usage of Spore. At least it's using Endure a lot more now. Actually, you know what? It might be. You know what? We have got a timeable. It's been a good amount of times. This might work. Nah, of course, now it does. It wanted to be in the timeable, obviously. But Heracross is now caught. That could be useful. It could be useful. And and obviously Florigato wants to learn Seed Bomb. We'll happily have that over Leafage. A solid 80 base power on a grass type. Oh wait, no, yeah, we don't use Leafage anymore, we have Trailblaze. It does mean, however, we are getting rid of our way of boosting our speed, and the only way really we could get maybe more speed would be if, say, Yama could learn Bam Pass. That would be actually really useful, especially with speed boost as its ability, but, you know. So yes, Heracross. What do we name the Heracross? I don't know why, I just want to call it Mia. I don't, no idea on it, no idea on why, but, you know, good add to the party, get like, fighting type on our team, usual. So yeah, that's how much it used move-wise then. It has Swarm, and it is Hardy. Hardy. Lovely stuff. We'll put it in the box for a moment. Partly because A, we got to deal with, you know, our, usage of an egg. Hey! Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, they make it so the egg hatches a lot quicker. They must do, because that was quick. That was very quick. Which one do we get? It's fucking yeah, it's Piplup! It's a Piplup! Piplup. And it's male. It only has Pound, and it's calm. It hatched while we were on Leveler's Road, so that's a fun fact there. So yeah. Automatically, it's on our team now at the moment. It's calm. Is that what we want? Nature-wise, not too sure on that one. It only has Pound because it doesn't actually get any egg moves, and we now need to change the nickname through here because it's quality of life. Thank you. And to reference Gen 4, we're gonna call this Lucas. If it was female, we'd be calling it Dawn. That is how So maybe that's what I would be doing no matter which one it was, to be fair, but hey, you know, a female one could Dawn something else like it. But this is male, so Lucas. So yes, a Piplup. A Piplup is kind of neat. It does get access to... Does it show up until Mask Pokedex at all, or is it not until the Indigo Disc that it gets added to the Pokedex proper? Oh, not until Indigo Disc. So, yeah, they added this, and then they realised, oh yeah, we didn't actually give it a Pokedex entry. So it does eventually evolve into a Polion, a Water Steel type. When it is a Water Steel, it's only got 3 weaknesses in Fighting, Ground, and Electric, resists quite a lot of other stuff, and, well, it does take normal damage from the Fire, Grass, Dark, and Ghost varieties, but, you know, that's neutral. That's not the worst thing ever. As long as you're properly prepared, it's not too much of an issue. While it is pure water, it's your standard water weaknesses of Grass and Electric, and resistances of Steel, Fire, Water, and Ice. In Generation 9, it does get access to Water Gun, Bubble Beam, Peck. It gets a lot of special maneuvers when it comes to the water type moves, but then it also gets flying type moves, like Drill Peck, which is physical. So, you know, do with this information what we will. This is also why I'm considering going and just doing every Terradan areas we've already caught Pokemon in. Just to try and get more XP associated stuff. because if we're gonna use a Sinnoh Star, we're gonna need to level it. Also, at this present moment, if we did get Ogerpon, I would probably be putting it in the... I'd probably end up putting it on the fucking Rock Mask, just because it would be the best option, really, for what we've got going for us. But, hey, one way to get experience for our new Sinnoh Star is, of course, fighting a trainer, like this one here. This one's looking for Pokemon dropping flaps. But he has a Sandshrew! Look at the Sandshrew! No, Sandshrew, no. You have to murder it with Seed Bomb now. I'm looking at the notes for like trainers in Kiyoshami on the Map Genie thing, and it states that the level of the trainer's Pokemon and reward will scale to the player. So, you know, lovely stuff. Anyway, Bulldoze! Take over Mud Slap. It's a shame we've got an attack down Diglett, like that's actually really bad. And of course now, Piplup's already level 7. So it gets a nice good chunk of experience really quickly anyway, which is good. There's a Ruffian a little bit further down that supposedly has a Houndour and a Pawniard, which maybe should be a bit careful with. Because our best bet then would be throwing in Diglett, which, you know, we can show off Diglett there, I guess. See, the funny thing is that I hope to God the Dark... I forget the exact Pokemon that are in the various Team Star bases, so as long as we hedge our bets correctly, we should maybe be fine once I can consider... Oh, Heracross now. Are they weak to good news is, we're actually doing a good job on getting Pokemon up, which is good. Good. See, even with attack down, at the end of the day, super effective damage is still super effective damage. If it's not doing much and it's super effective... Oh god, Defiant. Oh no, never mind, he's using Glare. I almost screwed it up massively. But yes, Diglett's actually being useful outside of just not being able to be hit by electric maneuver at the start of the bleeding game. That's good news. That's a good thing. Back on my trip through Kitakami for the time being then. I mean, I can slot in Heracross right now actually, but... But let's go to the Pokemon Center. As we are currently over leveled for taking on the mandatory fights of the Kitakami storyline. So, you know, doing them a little bit as well. It'll get experience for our starter, for our new Sinnoh starter, which is lovely. I enjoy it quite well. It's nice to have. Oh, you know what? Paulmon's busy trying to be a destroyer guy. Maybe I should change his name to Lola. Right. Up this way we go. Oh yeah, the game reminds you of all the trainers you can fight. Yeah. See, Perrin, when you can fight it will have 2 Pokemon that are like 70, so... In terms of health, so, you know. Probably best if we do it. For that fight in Monster Town, so we then go to the Loyalty Plaza to get our first signpost. So, you know, simple enough stuff. We'll see if there's any Pokemon in the Loyalty Plaza area, or at least counts as Loyalty Plaza, before we go, ah yeah, clearly this is what we need to do. Before outright just adding it. And there's E-Dot. Honestly, I think the team could do with maybe something that's a bit more suited for taking on grass types when they do show up, but then again, in this instance, it's a seed. They're not exactly all that strong, to be fair. Oh, sweet, they can. Welcome to Loyalty Plaza. The first signboard is there, but let's go past it. Are there any wild Pokemon around in the area? No. Doesn't seem to be any. Right, so we won't add it to the thing then, unless we can catch this person swine up. That would be mean, that would be stealing, we won't do that, obviously. But anyways, signboard, and also kill. Because our next encounter is... But anyway, we get some part of lore of like, the legends say that these heroic, loyal, some other positive words for free Pokemon that totally aren't poison types successfully chased off an ogre. Kevin likes the ogre though, and you know what? Fair's fair. Everyone has their moment of being like, you know what? The feeling of the story, I think, was good in the end. They were obviously the actual hero, and we were being unreliable narrated our way through. And you can see how shy Kieran is, just like the way he does the whole like peace thing. He doesn't do it as well. It's like this. So you know, not trying to butter us up, which is good. And you know what? Being able to have fun, that's important. And of course, Kieran mentions the S word, so that means Miraidon attack. Ah, you fool! I tribute your monsters to bring out my kaiju on your side of the field, and that allows me to then special summon another kaiju that happens to be stronger on my side of the field. You should have not been a fool, for I am the kaiju player. No, okay, enough Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a bit. I've been playing Magic. I recently got absolutely whacked by one of the Final Fantasy precons. Not gonna detail it too much, other than fuck Yuna. And fuck all those fucking ramping green cards. I fucking hate green. Screw green. Any green players can go die in a hole. Stop just giving them all reach so I couldn't fucking do what I needed to do. Fucking rah. That's the last time I have flying on a commander, I guess. But still. Fucking... Oh, and Chocobo Knights as a card gives all the creatures that have counters on them double strike. So imagine taking on a plus 18 countered +1/+1 on a creature with flying. And it got double strike. And because of another green card, trample. Like, it doesn't need it. It doesn't need it. Oh. So if we head this way, we end up in the Wistful Fields. Well, eventually we'll end up there. Here's the Fandil Elixir. Pardon me. The actual objective is to go up to the Only Mountain, but to go into the dreaded den and all that. But the Wistful Fields has level 21. Level 21. Okay, that's not too bad. Pardon me again. Fucking hell. Burping or something. But yeah, so you want to get a Lefani outright, then this is a way for you to do it without having to do the whole friendship evolution. Ah, Luxury Ball. That can help you with your friendship evolution. What the fuck did I say? Oh, Charge Bar. That's another bug type. I'm collecting bugs now. Bug catcher Chris here, catching bugs once again. I on the bright side, we're just buying each other. Funny thing is, because it's a charger bug, we don't have to go for the whole grubbing place. But yeah, we are in Wistful Fields, so this is a new encounter. Well, add location. Wistful Fields. I don't care if I misspelled it, it's only going to be visible on my end most of the time anyway. That's bug fight. Not very effective because we're fighting. But charge bug. I didn't intend for this. I think that much is obvious because I was not paying attention. I didn't even see it. The glass actually can't. There's a Kalia behind me. It might try exploding my mind with its psychic powers. Thinking it's not an Esper, so what do you guys think? That's the thing. An Esper being around, I'd be like, is it trying to explode my mind? Why is everything... We have 2 badges. We should be able to catch easily these Pokemon. Especially like a Heracross, that's like even lower, but... Oh, male Charger Bug. Air Cutter on the Yoma. Charm on the Piplup. And now Charger Bug. Male Charger Bug. Male Charger Bug. Now, in order to evolve Charger Bug into Vikavolt, if we were to have it on the team, I mean, it's probably wouldn't be a bad idea for the water gym, actually, to be honest. We're going to need to level it more, though, first foremost. It requires a Thunderstone. Because we're not in Gen 7. Thank fuck we're not in Gen 7, where you have to specifically, in Sun and Moon, you have to go to one of the final areas of the bloody game. Because it's on the 4th island. Right before the last trial. Or in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, there is the power plant area. There is like the... Is it a power plant? Is it just an electric station? There is an area that has electric field that helps facilitate evolving the evolutions of the Pokemon that require it. Nose Pass into Burrow Pass, Magneton into Magnezone, and Charger Bug into Vikavolt. Let's call it... I seem to like having bugs be just straight out names. I'm trying to think of something that has a C that would also work in that sense. I know. Let's call it Sip. Because it's the electric type. But yep, captured, and nature-wise, this one that we happen to encountered is special attack down. Okay, so it's shite. Because Vikavolt, when it has evolved, rather annoyingly, let's go to the Scarlet and Violet Pokédex, because it will be that, because Charge Bug will be in it. Charge Bug. Charge Bug stats are relatively fine. It's more of a defensive Pokemon because it's the middle stage. But Vikavolt is where things get a little bit more fucky. See, it gets a lot of physical attacks. Fly, Guillotine if you want one hit KO'ness, Spark. Issue with it. And plenty of physical TMs. And this issue comes from Full Force from this game, and also maybe we want to get some moves out of Charger Bug, is that it actually gets a real high special attack. So it being a hindering nature for special attack is not good in the slightest. Not good at all. So, you know, kind of a little fun thing there. That actually means I will send it to the box for the time being and only have it if I absolutely need it. And I think we may have a Thunderstone already, but don't quote me on that. So yeah, so Kalia was watching us from behind. Cheeky bugger that it was. I think in terms of areas, the Paradise Bounds is going to be slightly higher level potentially. And I think that would make sense because you're not meant to go there yet anyway, like storyline wise. Oh, we're going to go on Munchlax. I'm not saying that would have been a better option. Yeah, if we want to get another fighting type. Grubbins have been all over the place here. Kalia wouldn't be a bad idea if we wanted to say maybe get Gardevoir or Garlade, depending on gender. Well, depending on gender for Garlade. But, oh well. Electro Ball, thank you game. Mighty Anna's Mankey. Again with the Mankey! Fuck! Use that. Oh, the frames! What's causing so much slowdown? Did they do something when they updated the game for compatibility with the Switch 2 to make it better? On that end. Westfield Fields is a large area. Real large. There's also supposedly are some trainers here, but apparently they don't scale. CFLive is... Just give myself recoil damage when I... Okay, while the pains in the asses that are those cutie flies try to assault me from multiple directions. I'm sorry, Shinx. I must do this. Thank you. Now I can put Thunderfang on a Pokemon if I so desire to. Because I really am not a fan of recoil. Like, in terms of like when it's more of a marathon of fights and less of a sprint of I can go and just heal continuously. Oh, Thunder Punch! We might not even need to make the Thunderfang thing now. But anyway, welcome to Paradise Bowens. We're going to try and not encounter a thing until we're actually in there. Yep, we're in here now. Again, we can fuck up on a mudway. Yeah, level 22. Okay, so they're not too bad, not too bad. Might want a Pokemon that isn't weak to around here though. But also we can get Jangmo. It's the Gen 7 Dragon type. It becomes part fighting. So we've managed to get a lot of bug and a lot of fighting out of Kitakami. Not what I thought would happen, you know? Nose Pass Fragment, Awakening, Nose Pass, we need a Thunderstone at this point I think. Various items, Pokeballs, fair enough. Sanchu! We're finding lots of Pokeballs. Did someone like get hit and like did the whole Golden Axe thing where they throw that item in the air? Energy Powder, Orphan Tarnish, leaping off the cliff. We're finding plenty of stuff around here today. Hooray! Oh, those small little cave bits on occasion of stuff in them, so Rare candy. Oh. Lovely stuff. We love rare candies here. Houndour, if we want a dark type, also fire can spawn around here, that's useful. Note. More Pecker, if we want an electric type, that can do dark shenanigans. See, I look in my box bit and on the tracker and it's like, oh, ideally you should probably get something that's normal or dark just to really fill out resistances to stuff. But it's like, apparently there is an outbreak in this area. Oh, a Sunstone. Now we can evolve any stupid Suncuns that we don't have. But we could also, if we ended up getting an Oddish at any point, evolve it into Blossom. That's it really. There isn't really much more. What sort of outbreaks going on over here then? If there's a Pokemon that's worth maybe getting our hands on, maybe we'll do that. Tandemaus. I mean, it's not the last time I've mentioned Tandemauses. Portmont can fight them in a more standing formation. thereabouts. So that's a thing. So, what's this? Dragon tail! Whoa! Yeah, behold! Mice! They've been breeding like, well, rats, I guess. Like mice, I guess. We can get out of the Paradise Barrens on this side, and this counts as the Kitakami Wilds. Another area for you and me to explore, potentially, with Rowlifts. I'm gonna just stop trying to go that way round. Rooper in the rock thing, okay. And these are level 30. Okay, so we're a little on the under level side when it comes to this area. We'll just grab this item here and we'll be on our way. Right, level 5. Damn it. Let's go back into Paradise Barrens. Right, okay, let's... we could go for Tandemaus. That's not a bad idea, maybe. It'd be a normal type for any normal shenanigans. Let's... Paldea Dex, normal type. But we could get Mousehold just occurs randomly upon hitting level 25 while we're just running around doing our stuff. Get Super Fang. That's actually quite good, actually. Population Bomb. That's a move it gets where it's a combo attack that can hit up to 10 times. So if we can get an item that makes it hit 10 times guaranteed, I think like Loaded Dice is the correct item for that. It would be an option. It would be an option. I'm just saying. Maybe we go for one of the rock types so I have an actual proper rock type. I'm not too sure about Boba specifically, but something that can have a good amount of rockness to it to take on the bleeding Bombardier. Because it may be best to have a rock type involved. Normal has its uses though. Its only real weakness is fighting, which, you know, that's good. Only one weakness, you can definitely play around that. And as for... Hello, Luxio. And as for its... What it gets assisted by? Well, rock. It gets assisted by rock, steel, and obviously ghosts can't hit it for shit, but... You know what? Let's encounter Tandemaus. Why not, you know? We'll buy it. So, add... That's Super Fang! Get flinched. Oh, was that double hit that I did? Power guys. Bowens. Tandemaus. And it's using Bullet Seed on me. Goody. That's the thing. We can utilize that, though. Water gym. Well, actually, what we've gone and done is actually probably prepared ourselves really well for the water gym. Paired sticks together no matter what. They split any food they find exactly in half and then eat it together. Oh, how lovely. Tandemaus will, Oh yeah, they're gentlest because they're a couple of mice. There's not enough letters for me to do Bimmy to Jimmy. Bimmy and Jimmy. God damn it. But you know what Vin Diesel always says? Apparently, I don't really watch Fast and Furious. Well, no, I lie. I have seen the first couple. Like 1, 2, and Tokyo Drift. Family. We'll just go with that. It's family. What sort of nature does this one have? Why, it's got one away. Why, it's bashful. How lovely. So, yeah. Not adding it to the team right now. We're going to put it in the box. It's there. It's an option. It has bullet seeds, so, you know, coverage against water types for some reason. And now, as for the West, we can just throw in Pormont and go bleh. As it can now murder them quite easily. It's a way of gaining experience. It's an option at the very least. However, obviously that will take a while, as the amount of experience gotten is not that much compared to just going into battle itself and using arm thrust. So, ooh, that was a spike. You're getting plenty of Pokeballs out of this. Also, occasionally we're seeing All Forms. We'll have to deal with Titan 1, which, to be fair, it's Steel type. We easily deal with the Titan 1, actually, by this point, because in terms of what Pokemon we've got access to, we have plenty of fighting type shenanigans that we can utilize. Since we've gotten something in Paradise Barrens, well... Oh, hello, Graveler. I don't want to fight a Graveler. That would actually probably hurt. Iron Defense? Okay. Iron Defense. We'll take it. What is in this water one? Cutie Fly. Which means I'd be better off using Pormont. Once we've maybe given it Thunder Punch or Thunder Fang through the TM machine. Oh, we can give Thunder Punch to Gato. Oh. So Thunder Punch is 75 power compared to the 90 that is of Wild Charge, but at the same time, I'd rather not be taking Recoil. I think that can be agreed upon by everyone that that's not fun to have happen. So yeah, now that we are definitely, we'll do this. We'll get some resources out of this. Terradon can't catch the Pokemon because we've already caught Tendermouse in this area. Already encountered even for that matter. So yeah, that's how that works. So obviously, Kami Wilds is an area we'll maybe go to in the future, but we're gonna go to only mountain now. It looks like all of it's just only mountain, like the whole big mountain itself. So I want to be careful on the whole choice. A Skiddo we're fine with. Useful. And the Cutie Fire uses Absorb, but it doesn't really mean much because we've already killed it. No, we don't catch. It's disappeared somewhere into the ether. We do get some stuff. So, you know, useful as ever. Yeah, no, look, it's a Bombardier. We could have maybe hunted a Bombardier. So I could go fight the Bombardier with the Bombardier. Bombardiers. The Bombardiering Bombardier. I'm saying Bombardier a lot, aren't I? It's a fun word to say. Maybe other people should say it too. The good old chant of Bombardier. Bombardier. It's just like in various 2K Western games where... well, not 2K, it was THQ stuff. I think it was one of the Spanish War ones where you'd suddenly hear a chant that they had to, like, do before, like, a show or something. Where they go, Triple H. Triple H. Because, believe it or not, people don't randomly ever really go Triple H, Triple H. People don't randomly do that apparently, which is weird, considering he was both heel and face at the top of the card for a good long while. but eh. Maybe you just looked at people funny. Who knows? Anyways, our direction that is needed is to go to the Kitakami Hall. We'll do that now. Because then we'll go up to Only Mountain and we'll take a look, see if there's a differentiationness of encounter. But since we're going to be heading up there, we might as well, at the very least, do the cutscene stuff first and foremost, which is the signboard over here, which details more about what goes on. Now, we're people. This is a useless Pokeball. Mainly just because we don't be catching more of the same Pokemon species. That's claws for that. We get told about how Oakopon's masks allowed it to do the whole mask thing, and you know, that's cool. A Pokemon that can change its typing based on items is always fun to have. Arceus has it, Silvally has it, and Oakpon has it, but to a lesser effect. And yet it doesn't need all those different types. If anything, then that's a good thing. I mean, Grass Fairy Mask wouldn't be the worst idea ever. Grass Dragon, that'd be basically the same weakness as an Applin. Kidwin wants to be strong. Thankfully, this ain't Danganronpa. Otherwise, he'd be dead. Oh, he'd very much die. It'll be like, I have all these goals, these motivations, and I'd be like, wow, these death flags look lovely. Who's gonna kill you? I don't know why, but I have seen a thing with Underlying Defense Academy. Haven't played it. Randomly seeing a picture sent to me of the characters having fish for heads. And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? They gave me no context. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, how am I meant to have context? How am I meant to have context of that? Why do they have fish heads? You know, that's just weird. So yeah, Only Mountain. Maybe the entire fucking area. That's gonna be fun. I wonder what I'll accidentally wade into while we're making our way here. Okay, but they do split into other areas. Only Mountain becomes Only's Mall. The Dreaded Den is its own thing. So I argue that they're going to be sub-areas then. But at the same time... But by that same logic, Affidado Cavern counts as its own separate thing. So if we make our way to the... I'm trying to make my way to the... There we are. I want into a Salandit. No! Oh wait, it's female! Oh! Oh no! Never mind, this is lovely! Oh hey! I'm happy actually! That's not as easy. You know what? Quick ball. Screw fighting in this. I want a quick ball. Yeah. So only more question mark. Salandit. Nope, didn't actually enter the thing. Salandit. This is a poison fire type, where only the female ones firstly can produce the gas laden with pheromones, and then males get entranced by it and then get a lot of fendon things occurring. Don't look that up, children. And more importantly, are the only ones that can actually fucking evolve. Why? Why, Game Freak? But then again, it makes sense. Male ones are pathetic after all. Women are just clearly superior to us men, you know? Fair enough, honestly. So, yeah. I'm gonna call it... actually, I was thinking... I don't know. I was thinking Sully for a second, but I'm like, actually no, because then my mind just goes to Fire Emblem, and that isn't correct. And then Monsters Inc., and that's doubly not correct. So, But if we are going to stick with Fire Emblem on that idea, then there is a character that would fit more so. Well, obviously Henry, but it's female. Farja does like the good old curse every now and again. So you know, how do I spell? So that is how I spell Farja. Yep, that is how I spell Farja. Fucking annoying name galore. Speed down, defense up. Also, another fun fact about this, about Solander, is that it gets corrosion. It means that it just gets access to poisoning steel types without issue. And that's great. We love that sort of thing here. So, in reality, this is actually not a bad Pokemon. And you know what? I may even add it to the party. This is my way to deal with those Zamfangled grass types on occasion. But I'm just thinking, I'll send to the box for the moment, actually. Overall wise, just because I'm thinking of what I'm trying to do. Overall wise, that was kind of neat. We ran into a female Salandit. No goddamn male one situation where the most it would do is I'd use it for like one instance of maybe poisoning. See, that's the thing. This is only mountain proper right now. We need to get to the dreaded den. It's a very small bit. But Infernal Pass is classed as an area here on the signboard, so... And it has its own set of Pokemon and all that. Level 25, 24 Coughings. So... That's a lot of those. So yeah, I think what we'll do is... Only Small counts as one area. Like, these are all different sub-areas to it, but I think Infernal Pass counts as its own area. We're not in it currently, so all these timbers are not going to be our first encounter. And then Dreaded Den... Oh, what's happened here? Why did it just do that? Dreaded Den probably only has it Ogerpon, so that would count as the soul encounter kind of thing. Hello timbers, please don't hurt me with your bits of wood. Level 25 might be a bit high for us to be dealing with, though. How do I check what I can actually do with 2 badges? Profile? Yeah, Pokemon caught at 30 or below will listen to commands. So, these ones will still actually listen to us. Just gotta be careful on interaction with them, because there are a few fire types around here. But, you know, we've done well here. We've done really well. Maybe a coughing? Neutralizing gas could be really useful, actually. If we get one neutralizing gas. Tower Rock? What towers into rock in this den, hey? Oh, Swinub. Probably not going to really be doing a good job against it. So yeah, if we climb up the mountain, we do eventually get... Eventually we'll get to the bit where it turns. Slugmas are available if you really want to make those jokes. I think really didn't understand what they were doing when they did that. But eventually we should get to the point where we'll be able to get to the Crystal Pool, which obviously will have Pokemon of a higher level because it... Special defense. We've made it. Just first. Store power. Okay, well. What I go for. Be careful around the points. In the dark one, it's a timber that can tell a dark. It's not the worst idea ever. And we can even see here that there's a chilling waterhead area and the crystal pool area. So yeah, crystal pool will probably end up here later, but not right in terms of the story. We've jumped the gun a little bit, as per usual. But if we go into the crystal pool area, we find Yamas of the level 27 variety. Okay, so still under the level 30 benchmark, but more the same overall-wise, and even a few of the crystal-y stuff. Like this flying one. A Puchiana that can fly. By God, science doesn't know what it has done. The Puchianas are in the sky! I mean, I guess maybe they might be in the sky. Ooh, Power Gem, a special rock maneuver. So if we've got a really good special attacker that could utilize some rock coverage, or it is a rock type, that's a Swordle that could be fighting. Huh. Skill swap. But yeah, this area is just higher level of stuff. So I guess we can catch here, but I don't really know what I'd want. Because it's Coughing and Slugma practically, and occasional Changeling, which we can get on the final pass as well. So I'm going to utilize the mountain to mount it. We are the new mountain goats. Hooah! Oh, we're stuck on here now. I did not think about the height issue. Ah! Yeah, so do I fight something here? There's Spoink for Psychic type Nurse, there's Geodudes for Rock Ground. Slight issue, of course, would be that it remains Graveler as the highest it can be. Slugma for more fire. You can even find Gravelers. I don't want to fight Gravelers. They could probably have self-destruct at this point, and that would be painful. Coughing. Like, chance of neutralizing gas isn't a bad idea. But we have got a better poison type in Salandit now, so it's not necessarily what we decide. You know what? We can leave Infernal Pass for a bit later, actually. No, there's even that Slugma. Maybe I should look up on routes on the areas we have. Ooh! 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 Mimikyu! Mimikyu. You know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Mimikyu. Ghost Fairy, so it can't be hit by dragons. But also, it's a ghost. Which means I won't be using Bite a second time. We used Bite the first time because it gets rid of the disguise. Because that's its ability. Disguise. Look how it just pops down. It's just like... I like that. Oh, we're stuck with just Seafoam. Ooh, Shadow Sneak does damage. Shit. And T-Bomb doesn't do all too much. Right, okay, we might end up switching afterwards. Shadow Sneak has priority. Yep, Shadow Sneak has priority, so that's fun. T-Bomb. It fucking quits! Of course it fucking does! No! We missed it. We wasted our Infernal Pass encounter. God damn it. Also, we now have Peck on Piplup, although the attack down really makes it not as good. We'll utilize it, I guess. Peck, at least it's coverage for Piplup to have of the flying variety. And also, it's now evolving, so on the downside... What the fuck? Why is that tab doing that? On the one hand... I wouldn't mind having a Mimikyu. It would give us a ghost. It would give us some ghost stuff to utilize. On the other hand, we now have Prinplup. Look at it. It's a slightly bigger, fluffier penguin boy. Hooray! Also, Metal Claw. It will help boost its attack stat, which we actually kind of need. And we don't need Charm and Growl, so we'll just keep Charm out of the two. Charm lowers attack, so does Growl. But yeah, Prinplup! You know what? That's not too bad then, I guess. We could have done more with what we had. We could have not quitted. Why? Almost everything around me die. Actually, you know what? We haven't actually had any actual proper deaths yet. That's good. Which means... Ooh, Heat wave. That's quite nice actually. Ooh. Put that on the fire type, and that's that fire heat wave. Ooh. But yeah, this area is just states as only mountain as a whole. That's the thing. But it's like how much of that is just only mountain, and how much of an account can we get out of it. And then we're back in the moor, so you know it's a bit weird. Really. Naturally, we now. Oh yeah, it's showing the two fights with Kieran, but at like higher levels. Ugh. Than it actually is. We've made it to the den! Huzzah! We do get another fight with Kieran at this point, then the next fight is with Carmine in Mosuri Town, and then we get to do the whole festival stuff. We're not really going to carry on beyond this bit, I think, at the moment. Maybe we could do the festival stuff, because then we get to do the ogre ousting. We could do the ogre ousting stuff, because there is a gift Pokemon for it. I think, if it still does that. I should probably double check. Oh yeah, Kieran heals our team. Fuck, I wasted a healing item. Ogre ousting. Ogre ousting has 3 difficulties to it: easy, normal, and hard. Hard has 10 stages. It has mechanics where we got to be careful about the about stuff, and we get the standard rewards of mochis. Then there's random rewards, which can range from some of the various berries to terror shards to the various mints that you could get in, which will help us change maybe a nature that we are not too pleased about. You can also get the Unremarkable and Masterpiece teacups for the Sinister and Prism Scale, which is needed for Phoebus, Razor Fang, and Reaper Cloth. So, you know, some nice stuff to get, actually. Some evolution items that, you know, if you get the Pokemon that require them, then great news. You can also get inside item groups fresh start mochis on all 3 difficulties, various feathers on the different difficulties, and various different tiers of XP candies and other items. I do have to check. Because if we check the gift Pokemon of... Can I send in Yama, is it? Okay, well, we'll switch over to Pokemon then. What counts as a gift Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, which we could maybe utilize to get more Pokemon, includes the starters, the legendary at the end of the fucking game. So unless we try to Nuzlocke our way through Blueberry, which, you know, will make the Dragon one so much fucking fun, if you're only able to use bloody stuff there. We can get Galarian Meowth from Salvatore, one of the teachers. You can get Hisuian Growlithe once you've done the whole Blood Moon Ursa Luna stuff. There's the egg, which we got. And there is meant to be, if we complete the hardest level of Ogre Ousting in Kitakami Hall, a special Munchlax can be gotten. And it comes with a crafty mark and is also as big as it can possibly be. So we'll see if we can actually get that. Because the number comes as a way of getting a Munchlax. And if we get Munchlax, we would need to Friendship Evolution it, but, you know, it'd be an option. Snorlax is a good Pokemon. You know? It's one of those things where it's like, is it needed? Not necessarily. But would it be a valuable asset to the team? Oh, probably. And you know, that's not the worst thing ever, you know? Obviously, though, we do have to understandably add to our list more than after that. But you know what? Having some misses is fine. We can bounce back from that. Because the Bombardier is level 20. So as long as we've got something that can deal with that easily without having to worry about getting hit by stab, wing attack, or stab pluck, torment, warp throw, then the next thing on the list would be Giacomo, so we just need to make sure our stuff is ready for that. The thing is, the weather rooms get spin out, and other moves that are much stronger than they normally would have in terms of Team Star based stuff. So it actually is like the Team Star ones are actually going to probably be the harder ones for us to deal with. So I guess we'll go to the Ogre ousting, get the objectives done, and then go and be able to do the hard version. Because then that nets us the Munchlax, hopefully, and I'm not getting lied to by the internet again. I'm sure there's people that would like to live in a cave, but yeah, Kieran's he does care about stuff. Like the Ogre. How lovely. Kieran is precious and do not hurt him. And unfortunately for us, we do have to hurt him. We have to lie. Well, no, Carmine lies. We just kind of get guilty by association. But, you know. Yeah, let's go and have fun at a festival. Behold, my Rotom phone is super cool. The power of technology, hooray! So since we're gonna need to unlock the Ogre ousting by doing the storyline, we do need to actually do a fight with Carmine, which starts with the Morpeko with its electric maneuvers. Actually, we could start with Pormon, actually, still just, you know... Oh, actually, we could just teleport downwards, because... Yeah, see, that's the thing. Only mountain, dreaded den, so I guess it would count then, because this is all one area. There's a few areas down around into the mountain bit. Have we done Mossbury Conference too? No, probably not. We'll probably wait until we've got access to Surf, which is the Bombardier fight. I say we're going to be ready for Bombardier. Probably once we've done with all the Ogre ousting stuff. Thing is, though, a Munchlax that starts at level 1, being a happiness evolution, wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Just because we would automatically... get the luxury of level ups, so it would be so you know, it would be like, it wouldn't be too much hassle comparatively. Oh, before we trigger the cutscene, let's grab this. Ooh, Walk Tomb, that's gonna be really useful. Teach it to a Pokemon. Teach that to a Pokemon, and Bombardier actually is weak to it, funnily enough. It's Nuzlocke Dose. I am a friend. He has a very good best friend. I was trying to do a thing. Fuck. Well, trying to do the reference stuff aside and me fucking it up as per usual. Elderly people, no! Thankfully, Pokemon games don't do sundown towns, because, you know, and also that'd be a very much a Unova thing. We get forced into having our hair changed. Great, now people can do tic-tac-toe on my forehead. Unlike in real life where I'd punch them in the face the moment they start having a pen. But the Tilt style card has now gotten to us, so now some of the boutiques and hair salons will actually have some other stuff on them. Hello, Carmine. Like, I don't mind the outfit, it's just the hairstyle, it's just like, There's a hair salon. There's one. We're gonna change our hair back. Fuck you, game. At least give me the choice at the moment it's done to be able to change it back. Fuck's sake. See, Olivarma got that correct at least. We do not speak about the fact it gives you a fucking Urshifu very easily. Yeah, getting caught up on everything, away. And now we get the special style catalog. Huzzah! And some hairstyling shall be done. Which gives us some new hairstyles, aka all of these things, like the Kitakami ponytail. It's lovely, actually, it's quite lovely. The updo. Short bangs. Oh, am I a lesbian? Centre parted bob. Shoulder length bob. An undercut bob. Lots of bobs around here, ladies and gentlemen. Again on the half up bun. So we get a bun still, but now our hair's more slick back. And Bantu knots. I mean, sure, if you like this sort of hairstyle. Although I do quite like my normal haircut that I do have on not the soft curls, no, on not pompadour. I'm being really bad at this. The long bob. All I can say is, obviously, with some of these hairstyles, I guess bob's our uncle. Please. Put my hair back to the way it was. Somehow they cut it short in the process. Hair extensions. Huzzah! Oh, we can play with LP. With the style card, we can also head to various stores that sell things, like this hat store here. And pulls out the special styles thing. And, of course, the word spreads to all other boutiques, so you don't have to see the dialogue every time. We do actually, it does actually grant us something else. Other than the normal affairs of these Gatsby caps and sporty caps. We'll let our thing actually load, so, you know, various different types for the hats. Gatsby caps, these things here. A beanie, a white one, I gotta say, it's a nice beanie. And an ear flap cap we can get from this one. The ear flaps are put upwards though, so it doesn't really help with the ears. I like the beanie. But we could go Gatsby cap. Or we could just not. Actually, yeah, have some bit of cash on this one. We'll start wearing it. Yes, we're done shopping. Of course, if you want to find all the different things you can get for the different selections, you have to go into all the various different ones that actually sell the different stuff. Like, we can now get striped high socks. Of various relatively ugly colours. Beige, for example. Just, pink. Purple. Anything other than this? Oh, we can only get this boy high socks still as well. Let us get some purpley striped high socks. Why not? Maybe I'll do on this one. Our shoes are definitely not the most ideal for this, so we'll happily go to shoes are sold. Oh, which is this one here. I don't know why they needed to separate them into so many different ones. They could have just had it like with Sword and Shield, where it's just the one and done with the shops, you know? But slip-ons! I like a good slip-on shoe. Okay, that's what I wear primarily, slip-on trainers. Of various different designs and brands. Green and white, black and white, red and white. And some of these are just 3, 2, 1 when it comes to their stuff. So, you know, plenty of different slip-ons. Hooray! And just basic ones as well. You can also get some low-top sneakers as well if you really desired those instead. You know what? I'm just looking through it, and then, yeah, one that's like black and white. It's like, well, I guess it is sometimes always black and white at the same time. But that's not funny. How do these look overall wise? They look ugly. Let's go for them. Oh, this is the last pair we have in stock. You happen to be the lucky bastard who manages to buy them before anyone else could get to them. You jammy goit. But we can always go into the glasses shop here to see what they've got. Of course, if we want to see some other ones, we may have to go into other towns and cities and whatnot to go there. Look at these hexagonal ones. They look so stupid. They look so stupid. But yeah, we're not buying more glasses. We'll keep the ones we've got. What would the Rough and Tough sell over here then? I don't remember what the Teal style card actually sells half the time. To be fair, customization, not really, no, nothing. At least nothing in the glove department. Ah, some graveyard beanies. Did you ever want to be like, I want to be like a graveyard, a graveyard. And there's probably nothing with the glasses the other place sells glasses as well, so. Right, with that sorted out, let's head back to Bleeding Kitakami and deal with the whole mask thing. Oh yeah, we don't have our gloves on anymore. Damn you, Kieran's grandparents. Okay, I'm not going to be pissed at them, to be fair. We're just trying to respect the culture, you see. That is what we're going to use as our line of thinking, right? So yeah, now we have got the festival Jinbei if we so decide to keep wearing it. Ugh, pardon me. There we go. Film. So at the end of the day, once the whole ogre stuff, once the ogre pawn and the not so loyal 3 start doing their thing, everything's going to be more level 30 plus. Actually, no. The Fighting Paradise Barons against Kieran is level 22, 22, 23, and 25. That's not so bad, although I don't know how I'm dealing with a Driplin at the moment. Maybe I need to go the fairy approach at it. Then the Crystal Pool thing, and then Loyalty Plaza fight. It gets closer to fight, and then all of the fights against the not royal stuff. They are level 35. So ideally we shall refrain from it for the time being. Yeah, that's fine. First come, first served. It is their masks. If they want to share, then they can. If they don't, then they don't, you know? And Carmine uses this as an excuse to get a battle in. Fair enough. Well, it's funny. People will say Nimona is battle heavy, but it's like you get the fight on Poké Path against the starter you're good against. The fight in front of Messagoza that has the bloody form, so you have a big red at the ready or Powder Reaper. Then you don't fight her again until the third, whichever place you go in third, that you're looking to try and do gym-wise. The level doesn't scale, it's just whichever gym you're trying to do third. So it's not reflective on what the gym's level's going to be, just reflective of Nimona as a whole. Then you don't fight her again until what should be the 5th gym, so you get a break in between. By then she's got a fully evolved starter, so you know, definitely that's the intention. Then you fight her before the 7th gym, so it's more odd numbered, and they didn't do it for the first gym because you already had 2 battles already. Might as well not go too overboard, right? And then you don't fight her until after the Elite 4 fight, so again after that. Why did OBS disconnect? Are we still on then? We are still. Apparently the... right, yeah. Detect is protect, but fighting. I guess we only tackle and quick attack. So that's fine. Now for Swordloon. Best thing we got for Swordloon is actually Yama. Funnily enough. There goes bloody... that trying to annoy me. Just one shot, because 4 times you get flying, haha. Mightyena. Already evolved into a Mightyena, that makes sense. It does evolve quite early. And then Intimidate, nah. But we are practically going to be going first with Speed Boost. Although it using Howl is not a good thing. You can get a quit? No. Oh fuck, Fire Fan. Oh fuck! Yama, no! Well, no Yama Mega for us, I guess. It's dead. It was a trainer fight. Well, that's great. It has Fire Fang, so I'm not going to go too overboard on my selection. I guess Pormond will have to do. I should have switched. I didn't realise it had Fire Fang. I should have double checked what it had coverage wise. Which puts me down to Pokemon. Ah shit. Carmine once again proving to be a vicious thorn in my side. Spark! Finally it gets not as good. But Poltergeist, we'll realise the fact that our Pokemon actually has a way of dealing with its ghost typiness. Which means I guess we do have a slot now open for various random Pokemon we may decide to have. One to be affected by, that's good. And that deals with Carmine. So, you know. Oh yeah, it does have Fire Fang. Its moveset stays the same regardless of the fight we're doing. So yeah, I think that's the last one we'll be doing for the time being, Kitakami storyline wise, because we're not really here to do the Kitakami storyline as a whole. Though obviously once our Pokemon are more in the 30s or even the early 40s, we'll definitely get through it. I am hoping I have good Pokemon for the Bastard 3. Eh. Kieran just wants to be a good friend, a good buddy. I mean, not good enough buddy to buy a copy of Terraria for the PS3, but there, you know, to each their own. Once again, Kieran is precious, and the fact that he ends up having that gigantic tonal shift is, for the Blueberry Academy stuff, it's just real unfortunate. I'm glad he does actually become really strong as a trainer, actually, but so yes, before we do anything else, our first death. Nadia the Yama, we caught you in a different bull. We thought we would get you to the point where you had agent power. Speed boost looked like a nice thing to have. And yet now here you are, dead in a ditch. Which means now we do have a slot open up for one of these various Pokemon, maybe to either get some levels on them or to fulfill a bit of coverage against some of the various Pokemon we'll be wanting to fight. And, you know, to be fair, the next objectives we are going to be taking on ideally does involve the Team's Star Dark base. We do have the fighting already covered in that, in our Pormont. But what else really is good against Dark-type Pokemon is one thing we should question. Well, depends on the Dark type, really. Obviously, Pormont deals with all of them quite well, but that fighting typing does make Murkrows a little bit more of a pain, but not too much. What we do need to care about, though, is the pure Dark, maybe a bit more. Or maybe there'll be a bunch of Houndours, in which case a Water type would not go amiss. Maybe Prinplup will be what we utilise on that front, just as a frame of reference. If we do find any pure Darks within the camp, though, we'd be ideally wanting a Bug or a Fairy or a Fighting type. So again, Pormont already fills that role, but Heracross would also do relatively nice. So a Water type, well, we have got our Shellos as well. So we've got options. Also, maybe we'll just put something else on the team that's going to be more for future usage, as it were. Now, by future usage, I mean obviously we've got like all our flying types that we can't use for the electric gym. Same with ground. Ground isn't the best for it, just because, yeah. But at the same time, having preparations done for the fire Team Star gym as well is not, that base is not bad as well. Fire means more likely what we want is the ground type. So at the moment, I say let's put Sandygast. We can go from there in due time. Let us heal our team. Vulpix gets to sleep on the thing, on the top thing. Oh, so cute. It's always cute. Vulpix is always cute. Anyone that says otherwise just doesn't like Vulpix. We get the upside down PC mode from the Pokemon Center person. And yeah. Now to make our way back to Kitakami Hall. Nighttime ride on the ride on through Weather's Road. A lovely time to be had by all. You know, I made the thumbnail in the joke that we could just take a shortcut to get a bunch of like mats for leveling, and then I don't actually go into the dens themselves half the time. I think it's just because I'm worried that I'll get fainted and get all upset. But I am upset. I'm upset that I've missed Pokemon. I'm upset that a Pokemon's died. You know? Well, anyway, time for all the Kid Kami Hall cutscenes, which includes Ogre ousting. Once we're able to actually do the hard mode version, we can just try doing that, see if we can get the Munchlax. Because at least then we can get a Pokemon without much hassle. Welcome to the Festival of Masks. Chimecho actually feels like a Pokemon you'd actually see around here actually now. And of course, Pokemon! It's hiding behind a mask. Fair enough. It's being a smart thing for once. Meanwhile, we've made it. It'll keep going for a while, aka some of this stuff will be around for a long time. Because, yeah, screw story progress. Carmine steals our photo stick for a moment. Well, I say that, but we give it to her. My eyes, blinded by the flash of the camera. Ah! Of course, there's a child there right nearby that's wearing a Pikachu mask, because even in the world of Pokemon, Pikachu is just the bestest armed thing, apparently. Ugh. Hey, candy apples! That's a thing. And other food. I'm not gonna argue about what we do in terms of eating the food around here on my own accord. Those are indeed candy apples, pardon me. Then we can just head on up. Oh, never mind, we can't. We have to talk to Kieran. That's what I get for trying to maneuver myself beforehand. There's plenty of people that wear Ogre masks, which makes Carmine's comments a little bit more better in a way. But hooray, a candy apple! Mmm, yummy. I don't have anything to put in my mouth as a joke. Well, I mean, I've got various objects, but I don't know if that's the wisest decision. But we could just pretend that, I don't know, my glasses case is a candy apple. Mmm, yummy. Apple, but with candy next to it in word form. Yeah. I like a good apple. It does keep a doctor away after all, on a daily basis. Anyways, now we can head on up. Fucking Kieran. And over here's Ogre ousting. We have to talk to Kieran for it though. So, you know, we get a go on the house, which is lovely. Which, you know, it's the more normal approach. It's the earliest stage of it though, so. We want to shut Carmine up in terms of her ego, so let's do a good job, shall we? Obviously, if you've got some of Miraidon's abilities, then that's kind of a good thing. I feel like we're cheating by having a Miraidon. Oh, so the game has to spend time loading the area. That's going to be lovely. We gotta pop balloons to get the berries inside, and then they gotta go onto the matching table, and occasionally we'll have to deal with troublesome pests that are trying to stop us from doing our thing. So for now, we just need to get 2 water, 2 fire, 2 rock, and then 4 grass. And we only get a set amount of time to do this in, so we better do it properly. There is a button to return to the berry tables. I don't know if that's all I have. Cleared! Very next stage, aka where the things are changed. But we can move before the actual start bit, so we can use that to our advantage. grass ones needed. We just need what else? Just that quite nicely. One of those. And 2 of those. Oh yeah, and we only have so much space anyway, so we probably should be careful on that front. I'm spamming A, it's just being a pain in the ass. Lovely, we need so much more now. Hooray! Well, we got the 7 of those. What the fuck are firing glass? Oh, we've hit a trait. Yeah, okay, so 7, 14, 30. We can only hold 30 berries at any one time. Cleared! Yeah! And now the gradient and the Munchlax get to be all sleepy. So we do get these rewards, which do include some XP candy, so lovely stuff. We can give hard mode a try. Once the game lets us, of course, naturally. We did some fine dashing. We scored a lot more points, so we get the XP charm. Hooray! This will be useful. This will help us grind more. Carmine's been defeated. Ha 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 ha. Let's all point and laugh at her. Ha 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 ha. While Kieran goes and deals with that, we actually won't be doing Ogre Bouncing because we do happen to spot Ogerpon doing its thing. It's running away. Quick, follow the strange child. Oh, no. Let's see, can we do it at this point or... We can, haha. We can play alone. Oh. Why can't I access normal or hard yet? Alright, this is Google search time. I don't know how to unlock the difficulties. How to unlock higher difficulties in Ogre Austin. Pretty much all this, none of this actually says it properly, because apparently it's meant to be just you do it on easy, then you do it on normal, and then you do it on hard. That's how you unlock it all. But maybe because we were doing it through the story bit. Oh wait, Peter does actually say it. It's just straight up. We don't unlock normal for the story, so that means we have to do easy again. God damn it. So we'll do it on easy again, then we'll do it on normal, and then we'll do it on hard. Hooray! And oh, okay, that cup of tea went cold. Thankfully there wasn't much left, but still, that's on me. I'm a little sad that for whatever reason, just the A bit just seems to not be working as intended. Because these are precious seconds I'm losing by not having it work as well. My spamming of the A. So yep, prepare next stage please. Yep, that ups the total. We're right by the what ones already. Hooray! For them. There we go. Now we just need the grass ones. Hey look, grass ones! There we go. Now we can just head back. Oh yeah, so mooring is required if, say, like a sneaky Greedent shows up. I think the reason why it's easy is because we don't actually need to worry about our pouch getting too full. Maybe we do now, actually. Yeah. Oh, we've accidentally picked up more fire than we need. I can't really drop this. Thank. No, yeah, no, we would have been fine. We'll see if we... Where's the Greedent? I don't see the Greedent, but I will anyway. Oh, it's got it shut up. Alright, we just need a stone one. There's a stone one. Oh no, you don't, Greedent. There's a stone one down there, but I don't know what time for that. Oh, you screw it. Fuck off. There's a stone one. There's a rock one. Yeah, that. Oh, they all started showing up. Okay. Now, if we were doing this for multiplayer, the number would actually go up in terms of how many we would need. A lot more so. To facilitate the fact that you'd be on multiplayer. But yeah, no, some decent rewards there. And we get the more normal set of a reward from the everlasting thing instead of the XP charm this time through. We get some nuggets, hooray! And an air balloon. Ooh, an air balloon, eh? Ooh. Well, a ground type fight is going to be a lot more easier. Right, anyway, let's go on to normal. Let's see how well we do on that. Because, I mean, on the one hand, if we don't do too well in the hard, then we can just be like, you know what, maybe we don't need to. Maybe it's a last resort kind of thing. We've done super horribly all of a sudden, and we just need something, and then we can grind it up easily with what we've got, and then go from there, you know? Comparatively to the other aspects, of course. We're in this area. Oh, simple requirement. 2422. Here in the fields. One more green. Yep. I'm going to assume that we can go the other direction. Yeah, that might be there we go. Stage clear. Stage 2. We now need that assortment. Ones. There we go. Now I just need the other green ones, which are right here. Stuff. Easy stage. Move our light down this way next. Actually, there was a lot of fire down here if we were really desperate for fire, but how is it changing this time then? Okay, that's how that's looking. Okay, cool. Stop at swap ones then. Boom. Oh, this grass one's gone. No, I need one. And then just one more fire. There we go. We can't hold any more. That's fine. That just means the next stage is probably going to do that bullshit to us, and we'll have to be a lot more cautious. But then I guess on multiplayer, on multiplayer you don't have to worry as much in a way. Because you can always have someone on... You can always have someone on Gradient duty just here to war. Yeah, we now need 12 of the water, 10 of the fire, so yeah, we are definitely not collecting all of them now. Oh god, the what ones? Oh, no, let's not get stuck on the fucking fence. 9, 8, 10, 11. Right, okay. Can I stop getting caught up on the trees, please, game? Oh, I don't need the grey ones anymore. I don't need those additional ones. Oh god, they're all coming now. Waste the berries. Stage 4. Oh, that's a lot. A little bit easier. Oh crap, I'm getting stuck on the fucking stuff again. Once that gets too close, it's going to start eating stuff, isn't it? There we go. Whew! We cleared the stage. I need so many of all of them, what the fuck? Oh. The fuck? How many Munchlaxes? I don't count. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, I need 2 green. I'm nowhere near any green ones. No, I was 2 green off. No. Yeah, okay, right. We can't clear normal then. Okay. Well, we did alright. We did alright, I guess. There we go. We got a bunch of that. We got a robot berry. Bunch of that. Okay, cool. Well, I argue then that means it's not going to be that easy. We've wasted our time. Hooray! Maybe I should try and see if I can get some help or something in the future. That's one of those things that we may do. Okay, let's just carry on with the stuff. Oh, I can't wait more. I don't want to. Let's just carry on with the storyline for this moment. We'll get through this bit, because yeah, this bit's a little simple. Once we're on to the next day, we'll head out of here and go back to Paldea for our various shenanigans. Bon. It's happy, yeah. Carmine shows up, and as per any time someone strange has appeared, you run away. Go stranger danger. Oh yeah, we're gonna chase after it to the point of getting the mask, because it's gonna... we probably could actually go with the Team Star, Dark Team Star base, and you know what? We're probably actually not too bad off for the fire one if we just give maybe Shellos a couple of levels, because the fire one level wise is level 27, 26, so ideally I'm gonna do the Fincia beforehand. Get your ground types at the ready, but also maybe a rock type, because both Watchel and Miss Magius aren't going to be able to be hit by ground. Watchel because rock is super effective, but it's a dangerous place. Somehow we don't realise, hang on a second, that's the ogre at this very moment. But we do realise before Kieran shows up. We get the Till Mask, the name of the DLC. That was no kid, that was a Pokemon. Yep, there we go. Put 2 and 2 together there. The stories are true. Which, yeah, I mean, in the Pokemon world, all of them practically are. There's no, like, several myths of location where it's like, no, it's all just happenstance, or, oh no, those things actually do occur, but actually, never mind, no one actually realises it except for you, ha ha ha. Ain't things going weird lately. So while we're still going through some cutscene stuff here, I saw the sec after suspending the whole strike thing, and it's like, okay, fair enough. I mean, I'm sure some of the VAs would probably like to actually work, but then messages from get shown of like, oh no, Genshin's still gonna have like issues because supposedly. It's like, oh, well, you see, because this is a collective right refusal separate from the strike, which was not what they said initially, that means we're still not going to do things. And it's like, and meanwhile you get people who actually are voicing in Genshin at the moment being like, oh no, I can't get to voice the promo material for my character because other people aren't fucking working. Nah. And it's like, there's definitely the ones that are trying to flip it to being union, but it's like Hoyo have made that choice. They're hiring people outside the US for every role now, like purposely, because they're trying to evade having to flip. So, you know, maybe the arguments get really muddled though when you've got people doing death threats to people, you know, that's when it becomes, you know, the internet really doesn't help matters. They think anything union-wise is auto bad at the moment. And at the same time, VAs certainly don't help themselves when you've got the ones that are literally getting their fans to attack others. That's not on either. That is 100% just not on. The people that are like, no, screw you all, fans, go attack anyone that doesn't like the idea of us trying to strong-arm the industry. Those people probably shouldn't be like the most prolific or high up the card in terms of voice talent at that point, you know? Because then it's basically, hey, look, these are our most notable people. The arseholes. And it's like, oh, that's not as good. Versus, hey, look, nice people. And then you'd be like, oh yeah, nice people. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. So yeah, we'll leave the Kit Kami stuff for now. We'll head back on over to Paldea for a bit. Obviously, yeah, there is a marker here for the blueberry stuff, but obviously we're not doing that now, are we? Right, Response Area 1. Bombardier. Bombardier. Has Wacky Payload as an ability, which I believe is something that helps boost its flying shenanigans. Let's actually check before I shot myself in the foot by saying that. Bombardier. Ah, it's got its hidden ability, which increases the water type moves used by this Pokemon by 50%, essentially giving it stab walk. Oh. Diglett ain't certainly being up front. So yeah, for the purposes of this, we're probably going to want to swap out our Doggo. Walk is painful to a lot of types, but it's Flying Dark. Bombardier is Flying Dark. So we've got to actually assess based off of that it is weak to Ice, and Electric, and to Walk, and to Fairy. Actually, yeah, no, it's weak to Fairy. What am I doing? No. Our Doggo should remain on the team. The Sunhub's not too bad then, I guess. Maybe my star is not the best option, but hey, you know, we do have access to various items now. We have plenty of XP candy, so if we want something to be really leveled, we can. Also, we did get ourselves Power Gem. Nope, nothing on it. Oh, these ones in here. What Blast can be lumped by Diglett. Worst idea. Walk Tomb, however, can be lumped by multiple. Hooray! Multiple Pokemon. Hurrah! It is a physical move, however, we should check to see which ones are more physically inclined. So say something like my Castle. Has Sand Tomb, its attack up. Special attack is its highest stat though. Interesting. Does it have any moves that I wouldn't add on it? No, Sorbet on. Okay, so. Diglett. Oh wait, suffering from attack down shenanigans. So what type move on here wouldn't be too bad, but we'll probably want to cover our bases a bit. So we can put on our Sandcastle. Have it over us. No, maybe not Astonish at the moment. How about a Sand attack for the moment? Wait, we have one Sand Headbutt now. That's kind of neat. No, doesn't really use on it, but no, considering the amount of sand, we could do a Sand team actually at the moment. Nothing really much else to change. Pormont will do fine up front. I do actually want to use some XP stuff on Prinplup, just making it stronger overall. We'll give it a load of experience. Hey, level 20. And Bubble Beam, yeah! We'll have that over Water Dam. Improvements, huzzah! We also have a load of these items now, which helps the base stats of certain moves. So if there's a move, so if there's a stat that we really want to be a lot stronger, we can do that. Same with the Mochis. So if there's, and if we want them to be fashioned, we can use the fresh start stuff. So you know, give Sandy Gas the hard thing. Air Balloon means that we can't be hit by ground moves. That's literally all it does, but it essentially is levitate on a stick, well, on a balloon. So, you know, has its use. Ooh, and while we're driving past, there's a tower down here we could delve into a little bit. A Phenonat that has the ground thing to it. Oh. So we can select like Prinplup, challenge alone, and go and get some resources. Then we'll go and fight the Bombardier, methinks. 9 o'clock. Wait, 9 o'clock. I've been streaming 2 hours. I've been streaming since 7. a bit before 7 but it's been more like 2 hours 10. 2 minutes? I've been streaming 2 minutes? Oh no. I've done a lot in 2 minutes, holy shit. This is not the best lineup for a film, especially when it's ground. Head! This one, we kinda need you to status it first. No! Bubble Beam got disabled! No! I guess I have to resort to Metal Claw now. No! Damn you! Damn you, game! Oh no, my special attack, it's already dead. Again, can't catch them because we've already caught in this area. Which is Respawn's Area 1, which encompasses all the way up to the gym, so keep that in mind. But a little bit beyond it actually as well. It's like a little bit of a penetration into Area 3. And Area 2 you have to go into for the water gym mission stuff. Very nice will disappear somewhere, but what we get out of it is more candy and a pal. Woohoo! Useful. So yes. I think we're probably in a good state for the shenanigan that will be the Dark Team Star base, I think. Maybe not the final one just yet, maybe just a little bit stronger and then we can take a stab at it. Obviously prepare our water types in advance after the Dark one. Ah! Fucking dive bombed by a regular bombardier, what the fuck? Thunder Punch! That'll learn its lesson. What the fucking... I got fucking jump scared by a Pokemon game! Oh, my chest. What the fuck? Why did that have to happen? What the... What the hell game? Anyway, as you can see up there is the Titan Bombardier, the actual target of what we should be fighting, and also, holy shit, boulders galore. Ah, fuck. Ah! Ah, I'm being chained here. Ah, what the fuck, I'm being comboed. No, why did I drive that way? Ow! 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 Okay, I need a brief. How the fuck does Arvin... see, this thing, we're actually distracting it, so Arvin gets up via a different method, which actually ends up being a little slower anyway, so, you know, can't really fault him on that one, to be fair, because while it's been fighting us, that makes sense. Oh god, we got comboed by the boulders today. And they weren't just boulders, they were rocks! Go, Portmont! Hit the bird! And we punched the bird, and we punched the bird, and we punched the bird. Ooh! A nice critical hit on the first form. Well, the first stage. Now it does the standard. Hold on a second. Allow me to eat the sensu bean. And we're idiotic, like Goku, and go, sure, why not? But yeah. Wait, huge fuck off Titan Pokemon. Catch this Herba Mystica! Chris, what the fuck are you doing? Arvin's here now. Hooray! He managed to sneak up. I don't know why we just allow them to just eat the food. Realistically, we're idiots in that sense. We didn't actually see it do anything to our Portmont because of that. Hurrah! If anything, because of its flying typing, we kind of want to terrorize at least so that we get out of to just be pure electric, so we don't end up having to worry about, you know, any flying type attacks. Kind of, you know, being able to take me on quite well, because the fighting typing is linked to flying, and let's face it, they're not exactly equipped for plays against it otherwise as much, but you know, we've got a light bulb on our head. Conduct this! One shot! We one-shotted it! I'm super prepared, holy shit, I really did not need to... Oh, wait. I need to put Sandy Gas in the thing first. And then... Mark 50. No. Why is it not adding? There we go. Oh, I was doing that shit, wasn't it? I'm like, well, we gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, that's done. And Diglett now wants to learn Sucker Punch. You know what? Sure, why not? Just a good old has its use. We'll have that over Scratch. Why not? And Fido wants Work Up, which boosts the attack and special attack stats. Do we want that over lowering attack stat? You know what? Sure, why not? Buff ourselves instead. Why not? So yes, the Bombardier is defeated. Huzzah! Hooways! Celebration times. Come on. Now, the next objective on the listing would be Giacomo. I think we are able to deal with it, and then we can maybe... obviously the next Momo fight we're obviously going to easily deal with, because Blockworth, Pormy, and Craxwell. We deal with Craxwell really easily, obviously. Pormont murders it. Pormont also murders the Blockworth. Really, the only thing it might not murder is the Pormy, but that's because of the same typing situation of electric. So other than that, it's actually really easy. And I think her Pormy actually now does have other moves. Yeah, it actually has a more standard move set of Nuzzle, Bite, and Dig. Ow. Damn it. Speaking of which, Blockworth, when we fight it, we'll have Rock Throw and Bite, as well as Howl and Double Team. Oh, could actually become annoying. And the Craxwell has a standard Craxwell moveset, Water Pulse, Wing Attack, Double Hit, Work Up. So that Wing Attack is lovely because it actually does counter the Grass type ping of our cat. But we can start with our cat anyway against Warworth as well. Anyway, this is our second Titan. Hooray! Time for us to eat a sandwich. And Bob's our uncle. I wonder if Robin's been together. Yay! The food! It looks so lovely. I'd eat it. I've eaten worse smelling things. And of course, Miraidon wants the sandwich. No! How dare you! No! Anyone but you eating the sandwich, please! Poor Arvin. He spends all this time making us food and we go, nah, I'm gonna feed it to my dog. like, here, pet Pokemon, eat. But he does power up Miraidon, so you know what, it is worthwhile for us to do this. We can now move across water, we have access to Surf essentially. Although I do miss the fact that we don't get a Surf HM to just put on all our water types. And Miraidon, no. Don't eat Tarvins. Bad Miraidon. Arvin actually now cares about telling us the full story as to why he's doing this. Because my boss Div, no, it's hurt in some way, shape or form. That's unknown. So it's the unknown illness thing. Except thankfully not an unhappy story for us when we get through the storyline. The people that wish Mass Positive death upon the story, I wish death upon you. How do you like that, huh? Actually no, I just talking about death threats. That was a death threat. I apologise completely on that one. But still, why do you need things to be sad? Why do you need stories to end unhappily, you know? That kind of really sucks. The people that really want that to be the case, it's like... Now we actually learn about the Violet book. I lied to Blair, obviously, in terms of this playthrough. But I do think that if a story doesn't need to end in an unhappy way, then you can get away with not doing the unhappy stuff, you know? If it makes sense that it's a more poignant point for the storyline to be where something bad happens and it's like, yeah, we're not meant to be happy about that. It's meant to be a bad end. It's meant to be an unhappy ending. It's meant to be like that. Like that's the point of it all. Like, it fits within the narrative of the story. Same with happy endings. Basically, your ending should facilitate what kind of story you're trying to tell, what kind of points you're trying to make, what is the themes, the narrative, the tropes you're using as well. And if it is an anyone can die plot, then it shouldn't end with more death, really. It should end with, finally, the deaths are over, you know? I think that's probably why there hasn't been a fourth Danganronpa game. Or and why the anime was shite. Because the anyone can die trope, the thing with it at the end of the day is that you need to make us care about the people who are dying so that when they do die, we're like, no, not them, I liked them. You know? Not, oh, okay, they're dead. Moving on. Anyway, we can now go on the water. Hurrah! And rather conveniently, we're right by some water. Hooray! Whee! Sploosh. There's a TM of Air Cutter if you really want to use it, put Air Cutter on a Pokemon again. Woo! Did I put on? No, no, I did it on But yes, we now have access to the wateriness of any of the areas we've yet to actually encounter stuff in. Which means we could go back to Kit Kami, go to the Nuzlocke conference, maybe grab an apple for potentially Diplom. Then we could go for the Evilite approach. What's in the grass one? Ah, pine cone. Can't catch it sadly, so it's a 2-star one. Grass, but it was originally bug. I don't really have the best options for it. I mean, to land it, but it's level 16. Actually, you know what? One thing we could have on the team, actually, that would be useful, maybe instead of a cat. Or maybe Diglett. Diglett's fine. No, yeah, no, Diglett might be better than this, because Dark is good against Ghost. We could put... to land it on the team. Yeah, I put Rock Doom on there to cover my bases, but then it's like, let's put Slander on the team. Because we're going to fight Dark types. Ghost is bad against Dark. Where did I put all the things? There's the thing. So there we go. Now to use our Power of XP Candy. Sweet Sand. Looking at our moves, we've got Poison Fang, Ember, Smog, and Poison Gas. Smog is horribly inaccurate. For the power it has. Over leveling, let's go! Nasty plot over Sweet Sand, any day of the week. What level does it evolve? I was hoping it evolved. Clearly. There's a poison type as a fire that we can find in order to evolve it into Salazzle, level 33. So yeah, we should sort out our party to be more suited for the thing. So in the event of Pawniards, this will be useful. So we can poison the still. And Diglett for other ones as well. Or we could even put Fido up there as well. Maybe we'll have Fido up there with Diglett and Pawmont. And then that's there for backup purposes. And at the end of the day, Piplup and Kato aren't the worst things ever. So, you know. Let us mosey on down to the Team Star Dark phase. Oh, I was wondering, let's find a group of Skiddos. As the ones that we will have to fight are a Pawniard and a Weather Rune, but it's the Starmobile, and the Starmobile takes a part of its typing to be in line with Team Starbase, so it'll become part Dark overall wise. What was that I went past? Oh, it's a Numel! I think we've got a Numel. Oh well. We'll heal at this Pokemon Center just to make sure we've healed, just so we don't have to worry about not having healed. Thing is, at the end of the day, Dark Steel with Aerial Ace means that Pawmont might not be the best option up front for the battle itself, but at the same time I'm trying to think really what is there that would be useful, you know, up front. It still count as fairy as well, because they realised, well, I want to be careful on that front, you know. Realistically speaking, we're just going to see how well we do at the end of the day. If we fail horribly, we fail horribly, and I'll be very upset, but I shouldn't get too hepped up over it. I'm still trying to come up with ideas. I'm still trying to make sure I'm actually maybe... I feel like I'm just going to have to record up one at some point in the Barmy fight and just be like, yep, this is me doing the Barmy fight, so we can move on, because streaming wise, it's just I'm never streaming at the right time. Because at least with at least then after that we head into Snowcloak as the next big thing that we do in Final Fantasy 14, so you know we'll be dungeoning it, so we can just use duty support, assuming Snowcloak has it. We're getting told not to be here, but we're here purposely to fuck their shit up, and they're like, no, how dare you? You're not meant to be fucking our shit up. We could get out of their hair, but we can't really see it, so I challenge you to a fight. Hasta la vista. Macro! So yeah, this bit we have to do before we actually get into the fight bits. Anyways, looking at it, the game is advising us to utilise Heracross, Pawmont and Diglett for the actual fight itself. Fundamental will do well here against Murkrow because it is part flying. And that, to complete the ground and fire resistant to all these types of... Thing is, at the end of the day, looking at the stats, we've just got a really good attack stat, but it isn't as good. And then, like, obviously Fido's relatively a lot weaker, so... Sadly, we need to become Dash Bum at some point, which it just isn't happening yet. How close are we to Dash Bum, anyway? Level 26! Okay, that's not too far off. We're not far off from that. Hello, Overgrunt. It's just new, you know. Fair enough. It's nice though that they do be like, you know what, the new ones will do what they do best and they'll screw up a little bit and all that, it's fine. But, once we get Dazzbun, that means it'd be a fairy type that has no qualms with taking on fire maneuvers, you know. So anyways, we now have to do the whole defeating a shit ton of Pokemon thing, because that's how it works. And it does utilize the first three Pokemon in our party. So we now have to... We also have to make sure that we do selectively select our Pokemon correctly in terms of which ones we fight. The good old Star Barrage means that, hey, get used to using the R button. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! And obviously, while we're doing this, Spy sneaks into the base and does a couple of things. 30 Pokemon in a set amount of time, and there's some Soras right over there. Lovely stuff. We'll immediately send out Pawmont to take care of those. And there's some Sableye, just to really be a pain in the ass. Fairy is the great thing, is the best one for that. Oh, there's a Murkrow. We'll send Diglett out against the Sneasels. Ooh! No, because the ice typing! Okay. Okay, right, I've learned my lesson now. Yes, Sneasel! Ice type. Remember that, me. But anyway, we've defeated 10 so far. Lovely! And I'm just going to use this vending machine to heal, to do a heal for my Diglett. So I think against the Sneasels I should be using... Seriously, Diglett's just doing horrible against all of them. I don't want to send Fido out against we got 10 minutes anyway, so... Vending machine usage. Okay, so Diglett's really proving to not be so useful. Oh, okay, you can take on the Sableye. Oh, there's a ground one. Here's some. 26. 27. So Fido, finish things off with these Samurais, shall we? I love how you can always just press the Y button to give up, just be like, ah, you know, I've got 29 of them dealt with, I don't want to deal with the 30th one. Nah, I give up. 29 was enough, I'm out here, fuck this shit. You know, you can just be like that. Which is really silly, but anyway. Time for our boss encounter! Giacomo. Start team start. Awesome. You know, for having a team that's in level 20, in the early 20s, it's a bit weird that he only has a Ponyard and then the Stamp. Could have just had him out for. Ooh, how evil. The party already has started. We're just about getting to the climax. The amount of hair gel needed. Yeah, some these hairstyles really are sometimes. Anyways, Paulmon versus Ponyard. I wish we had a better fighting type move than Arm Thrust, but yeah, we do. Well, that's alright. But 4 times effective move versus 2 times effective, but the Olympic has a lot more power. But Arm Thrust could theoretically hit a lot of times, you know? Oh. Ow. And then in comes the Weather Room, fully evolved Pokemon, but it is the standard build, so they are different enough. That's Intimidate just to fuck with me. And Dig is no longer the most effective. Okay, so there, this one does not have the moves that the tracker states it has. They just use Metal Sound. Yeah, that Intimidate has helped it out to an extent. How much have we brought down? 2 special defense, so if he's planning to use a special attack, that's going to hurt a bit more. Okay. Isn't dead. Oh look, a special attack! How's that for an opening track? It's not the opening track. The opening track was Ponyard getting murdered. We've hidden under the ground. not do as much as I would like it to. Ugh, pardon me. I think I'm gonna switch after this then. Because it's just gonna go for Swift. So yeah, Fido, come on out. The thing is, he's using Swift, which at the end of the day is not used as a stat that would be the most effective. Like, the fact that it's the lower stat being used. There's the metal sounds to try and make the Swifts more effective. So yeah, its moveset's completely different. I was worried I was going to be having to deal with Wicked Talk. And then that's just not been happening. Let's see, with Swift it does 53 down to 30, that's... let's see if we can heal Pormont and then switch. Because Pormont had the issue of it got hit with Intimidate. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we were able to do that. It was a risk, and it was worth a risk. Switching back to Pormont, because now it will have less damage getting taken by Swift, which means that's good news. Unless it quits, of course, which it did, of course it does. Yeah, it only uses Mouse Arms once, I would have think he'd use it more than once, just to try and guarantee the kills, but... There we go, that looks better. We hit 3 times. Lovely. And that's Giacomo beaten. So yeah, next is the stuff on the other side of Paldea with the Vincia and the Team's Firebase. Which, funnily enough, because we can actually get around it, means that you don't have to worry about having done the Firebase. Which is good because it is higher level, which is really weird actually. Otherwise, I think water, we're not going to do too badly against the water gym, I think. Sure, ideally I should start with Pormont over for Gato against the Fluza, but the Rock Trio-wise, we should be fine with it with switching on over to Zorikato. Then, you'd think, oh, maybe the Crabble will have an Ice-type move, you know, to stop those damn Tangled Grass, but no, Rock Smash, Crab Hammer, which by the way ends up becoming Stab, with an increased chance of critical hits. Like, let's face it, level 30 vulnerable, that's to get stabbed water because of Terror typing, that's nightmarish. Funnily enough, we actually have to deal with 2 weather rooms on the Poison Team Star base, which is weird. Weird decision making really all around on that one. None of the gyms go beyond 4 Pokemon. But I think that's fine because the fights themselves end up like, let's face it, Stab Ice Beam from the Altaria that no longer suffers from the Dragon typing. And there's Moonbar, so you know, just, as a last gym, that's quite brutal. The last thing we have before the Elite Four ideally would be the Fighting Team Star base, which, you know, level 55 Pokemon and then level 56 with the Annihilate, which, yeah, so Toxicroak, we know how to beat those, Passimian, Lucario, Annihilate, Stab 180, Close Combat, Rage Fist to Stab, Elemental Punches to stop me from using Pokemon that are good against it. It's just, ugh. I don't know how we're going to do that, considering I fucked up on that one on other playthroughs continuously. I feel like that might be where we just end up being caught out or something, or we'll purposely, you know, be over leveled with the right Pokemon or something, you know. But yeah, with that, with that all done, we get thrilling conversation that reveals that at the end of the day, they care about the boss, or the boss of Team Star, really much so. And to them, that is their treasure, which, you know, that's kind of cool. Also, yes, the symbol in the star itself looks more to be of a tail of a Pikachu, which is kind of fun. Cassiopeia doesn't inform us as where we're getting the LP from, but I'm sure the Pokemon League would want some information about that. And of course, this play squad member Penny. Yeah, definitely this play squad. Makes it sound like this operation's got a lot more people behind it, when in reality there's like 3 twats and a person on the phone. So, you know. But so long, Penny. Such weird hair colours. But now the list of TMs we can make increases. Huzzah! Also, now we don't have to go hopping into a desert to get to the water gym if we so decide to do that now. Which also means we can actually head this way. Hooray! More places to be at. Because of that damn thing with that. Ooh, it's a fancy wild outbreak down in the desert. And there's a gaming girl in the corner. It's no what it has done. Right, okay. Oh, it's killing me again. Fucking hell. Right. I say with that, we've done a good job today so far. So yes, with this, we now have a fast travel point here in Cascova. We can check the map, see what sort of stuff that actually is for us to go into store-wise, which supposedly includes a bunch of store stuff, specs, bags, caps, whatever this that has, footwear. So yeah, if we can find anything that's nice there, I guess. That's a restaurant. So yeah, glasses. Maybe there's a better hat than the beanie we've got. I'm sad that they ended up... Oh, more beanies! Hooray! Now in different colours. And other ear flap caps. But also bucket hats. If you really like wearing a bucket hat... Let's face it. I do. Got my one here. It's lost a bit of durability on its top ever since I washed it. Maybe I didn't wash it properly, but you know. We're getting in character. Now I just need to dye my hair purple and find some more Eastern cultured clothing. And some striped socks. We've got a new hat. We've got a brand new hat. Doesn't sound as white as car. There's also a square cap if you really like those sorts of hats. So yeah, that's that one. The bags are there. What sort of bags do they have? Because this is definitely unreasonable. Nylon backpacks and the two-way nylon backpacks. Hooray! 2 ways. What does that mean by 2-way in terms of that sort of thing? That sort of colorization. Not too sure about that. I think we'll go talking about those ones. I don't want to go up there because that triggers cutscenes. So we go this way. stores are down here. Means what does the rough and tough here have then? Crew socks. Yeah, crew socks. And printed tights. We can wear tights. That's all. Dress shoes, engineer boots. No additional till style card stuff. Driving gloves, fingerless gloves. More the fingerless varieties, nice. Driving gloves though, I guess they're also sleeveless. Sport backpacks of 3 different colour varieties and some sporty caps and fedoras. Some pom-pom bean. Okay, so yeah, so yes, we now have access to the desert without having to jump down a cliff, which is kind of nice to have. I got the saying. We also technically have access to the seas, but some of them will be a much higher level varieties. So yeah. Rivers in the desert. Level 23, that's actually not too bad then. I guess we can go and find something in here. No, wait, hold on. That's level 5. Maybe it's just Dom fans? Yeah, no, it's just Dom fans. Although we kinda can't go too far into the desert. And the reason why is because if we go too far into the desert, we'll end up near that. That's much higher level than we are. So, you know. We can go into more ruins. Hooray! Well, I was dodging birds. Oh, that one. Look, more Tinker-Tink. We don't need more Tinker-Tink. There's a gimme gold chest. There's a gimme gold chest. Well, no, I'll have to grind it. Oh, gas lasers showing up. And Bonzor. There's no standard ruin affair. Really, just Bonzors, Tinker-Tink. Get that occasional ghastly. Farlings in this case. The gimme gold chest. Ooh, Catnip. Honda. Here's Weddle. This one is one of the ones where you have to walk. Same with the bramble gas there that we're seeing as well, the tumbleweed. Thing is, we can also leap off of the cliff into West Spawns Area 2! Splat. Which, yeah, we'll actually probably we'll explore more properly when we need to go here. That's the thing. We're actually done on this side. I will say that we'll move on over this way. We're doing a good job. I'll put ourselves here, and then I'll determine what I'm doing in terms of that stuff in a later aspect. I've kind of gotten caught up on all this, but I've been meaning to do more courses stuff, but then again, I've not been doing the best either, so... Right, okay, let's save our progress for the time being. I say we've done a good job so far. So yeah, next time on the Nuzlocke we'll go to Lafincia, methinks. Deal with the electric types there. Then maybe our Pokemon will be high enough level to deal with the Team Star Firebase. If it's not, then I may mosey on down to Orphan, another one of the Titan Pokemon. We do have a Salandit after all. Fire does do well against Steel, but we probably do have to be careful. It might have ways of dealing with fire quite well. Stab Iron Tail says hello. But regardless, if you'd like what you see, you can always check out the other stuff on the channel, like the Coastal Quarters one I'm doing. And of course, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.